So the last video I made, I told you I was given an assignment which I called chat application, and I explained to you what I was requested to do or what I was asked to do in that assignment. And I told you I was going to make another video to show you the codes and the how I actually have structured the codes in my Java application. So I already have installed Java in this system, and very honestly, I have already also done the coding. But what I'm going to do is to give you explanation of what has just, I mean, played out here. What I did was first I created a package. I created a package which I referred to as chat application package. Then inside this package, I created the three classes that I needed: the the chat server class, the chat client, and also the client handler. Each of these classes are found in the source folder of chat's application package. So if you look at the codes, if you look at each of these classes, already have have done the coding. So, but I'm going to explain what each of these codes actually represents. So first, I started with my chat server Java class, which I started by first importing um, some classes in the environment, the Java environment. So first I imported the IO exception, and the essence of importing the IO exception is because it is needed to handle input and output errors that may occur when working with the sockets and streams. So there is need for this IO exception to be imported. So this IO stands for input output. Then I also imported Java sockets. And the essence of this Java socket is to allow the program to listen for incoming clients connections on a specific port. So that is the essence of importing this particular um, uh, this class. Then I also imported um, .NET sockets, and what this actually will help do is that it represents a connection between the server and the clients. So all of these are very much important if I am to run code my my server side of the chat application. So after importing all of this, then I I declared the class called chat server with these curly brackets. So what's as you can see here, the 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 private static finite int port, which is put at 5,000, is said to be the number that the server will listen to when there's communication that is meant to exist between the server and the clients. So it declares the constant variable ports. So the server will listen for connections on that port 5,000. Static means it belongs to the class, while final means that the value cannot be changed. That is the essence of this static and final. Then you have the private static int client ID put at 1. Okay? So a static variable used to assign a unique ID to each connection, to each connected client is needed. That is the essence of this particular um, class you have here. So, and the start counting, the counting begins from 1. That is the reason why I actually put 1 there. Then you have the public static void main. The main method is where the program starts running. So through the IO, which you already have explained, the IO exception allows the program to throw IO related errors instead of handling them right there. So it is important that your program is actually properly coded to avoid um, errors while the instruction is actually being passed. So if you look at this, you notice that the the chat server side of the instruction is already taken care of. Is already taken care of, and which means that I'm actually going to help. I mean, proceed with the chat client class, which is already coded as well. That's what you're looking at right now. The chat client class is also coded. If you take a look at this, you notice that the instructions are properly coded, and I actually included some comments to make it easier for the instructions to be understood. I also coded that of the client's I coded that of the client handler, which makes it very important for every instruction. I mean, to actually work and connection to between the server and the client to be I mean, to work properly without any problem. So this is very important if you're making any if you're making coding in I'm using Java. So I I want you to take a look at this. You can watch this video once more so you can be able to understand what these codes are actually all about and how they actually and what the functions are. I'm going to show you another video that shows how this chat communication exists and how that is going to be possible. Thank you for making this. Thank you for watching and thank you for following me. I wanted to watch out for the next video that will show you how this is actually done.